And we're rolling. And what's your name?
Garratt. Kitchen.
What's your last name?
Kitchen.
Kitchen.
Yeah.
Like the kitchen set.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
I'm 34.
And where were you born?
Modesto, California.
And how long have you lived in Bakersfield?
For about a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before that, you lived in Modesto.
I lived in Sonora.
Sonora.
East of Modesto.
Yeah. So yesterday you kind of told us your story, and I thought it was interesting. So see if you can remember as much of it as you can. You became a divine nomad when?
Last year.
Yeah.
About this time.
Yeah.
October. So. Yeah.
What was that like?
Nightmare.
Yeah.
Nightmare. The collapse, you know.
So
one minute have it going on, and then the next minute, you know, nothing.
and what drove you to that? Like, was it the economy?
Really just bad luck.
Yeah.
Bad luck. It was I got out of jail.
Yeah.
In Sonora.
For what?
I was in there for assault and battery and domestic violence. Got out of jail, and the town left a bad taste in my mouth, you know. Seeing people from my past, and my dad had just passed away, my brother had just passed away, and town had nothing left for me, you know. So came down here to live with my brother and my mom, and she's about ready to go to South Carolina, so I wanted to spend as much time with her as I could. Came out here and went to work, lost it all.
What did you do?
I was a welder.
Yeah.
Did we went out to cattle processing centers, and you know, fixed the places up, if not rebuilt them.
And then there was just no more work or something?
Me and my boss had a falling out.
Yeah.
You know, just trying to make things happen. You know, like getting to work was tough, and getting the things that I needed without a car and all that, just, you know, everything piled up, and you know, lost it one thing at a time. I was trying to make ends meet off of it was just me working, had a girlfriend staying with me, and I was living in the hotel, and it was, you know, it was a nightmare trying to get the things I needed for work, and then trying to stay afloat. You know, I was living in this roach motel in Wasco, and I had spent all my money on food for like a month. You know, we had like $400, and I spent, you know, a couple nights on the room, and then the rest on food, and I was supposed to get paid and shit, and like that power went out at the motel.
Wow.
And I lost all the food and everything. I was like, that sucks, you know. And it happened slow, you know.
Yeah.
The collapse or whatever, but eventually got paid out, and about $7,000 later, you know, we're on the streets. And when the money ran out, you know.
How long ago were you on the streets?
A week.
You were on the streets for a week?
How long was I on the road?
No. Like you had this job, and then you became homeless on the streets.
Yeah.
How long were you on the streets?
Oh, I was on the streets for a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what was that like? What were the cops like?
Never dealt with them.
Never dealt with the cops?
Not once.
Did they ever take your stuff?
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
just once, or?
about 4 times.
Wow. And then you got to start all over, right?
You got to start all over.
Wow.
I mean, I have a storage unit, and it's on the other side of town, so getting to it is
impossible.
And when you need to, anyways, it's impossible. I had my brother. He stays about a mile from here, and I stayed close to him. And I had a lot of my stuff sitting in his garage,
Uh-huh.
So every time I needed to get changed clothes or something like that, I'd go over there, and me and his wife don't really get along, so it was kind of tough.
And so how long have you been here? You're at Bruce's house.
About a week and a half.
And before that you were on the streets?
Yes.
Wow. Bruce is a pretty nice guy, huh?
Yeah, he's a righteous dude.
Yeah.
Just met him a week ago, a week and a half ago.
Come on in.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
So what do you see for your future?
I want to get back into machining,
Yeah.
Welding, machining, whatever, construction, like, it's what I do, so I want to get back into something like that.
Do you feel that that the illegal immigrants are taking jobs?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a flooring contractor for 13 and a half years, and now it's cutthroat, like the work I used to do is, it's cheaper to hire 3 Mexican dudes that can do it in one day than it is for me to do it in 1 or for 3 days or whatever. But they're taking the same wage I was and splitting it.
And what do you think about like the California government? And are they helping?
We have a government. Yeah. No, they're not helping. They're making it worse.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, that's how I kind of feel.
Making it worse. Making it hard on people out here, It's not. We're trying to make ends meet, and like, I can't say that it's anybody's fault but our own out here, really. As far as allowing other homeless people to give us a name, that we don't deserve.
And what do you think about housing?
Housing's, unless you're a single woman, or, qualify for all these programs and stuff, like, you don't, there's no chance. They have homeless shelters here, but that's if you make it there in time to get a bed, and then if you do, you're surrounded by scumbags that either steal your stuff while you're sleeping, or end up fighting them because they're batshit.
And what do you see for the future? Your future?
I'm not sure.
The people that are listening to this, how can they help?
How can they help? Be a little more open-minded to people, It's not as judgmental on people. It's not all of us are scumbags.
Right.
And are trying to get stuff together. Pretty much, we're not out gonna steal your things, or that's how it's been looked like. We're garbage, sitting on the corner with all of our stuff and shit. We're just another homeless person.
What do you think they do with all the shit that they take? They all throw it. Do you think they throw it all away?
No, absolutely not.
They keep some of it, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I had those workers taking my stuff a couple weeks ago. I was staying underneath a bridge, and they pulled up, and my girlfriend was gone. I said, like, let me grab my stuff, and they said, take what you could carry. So I grabbed the dog food, and went to tell my girlfriend, hey, they're taking the stuff right now, and she went back, and the stuff was loaded up in the back of a truck. What they didn't want, they tossed it in the truck. If they didn't want to carry it, they tossed it into the canal, and then they took the stuff that they wanted, my tools, all that, and they put it in the cab of the truck.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Garrett, thanks a lot, man.
Yeah.
Wish you luck.
Thank you.